Who do I want to become? What is the purpose of that? How do I do that? Those are the three questions that can literally change any area of your life. One of the big things you guys were writing down was, who wrote this on their piece of paper? It's a really dangerous word, but we use these words like always or every, and it's not true. It is not true. What we do when we use certain words is we put like prisons on ourselves. We lock ourselves in. Always. I'm always stressed. Let me ask you a question. Are you stressed when you're having sex? It'd be kind of shitty if you were. Only if it's too. So there's a guy in the group who's hasn't been posting for months. He's been in rehab and he's got a massive ice problem. Like he's fucked. I called him because I really want to help the guy. And he spent like half an hour just spilling it all out. He hasn't told anyone. He's lost his wife. He's lost his kids. He's lost everything. Like he's just fucked. And on top of that, he's suicidal. He's just having massive panic attacks. When I spoke to him the other day, he hadn't slept for 4 days. And he knows that he's going through something terrible. He knows that he needs to change, but he just doesn't see a way out. And often when we get into these pits of, depression or drugs or escapism, what ends up happening is we get so set in a belief structure of this is just the way it is, this is the way it has to be. And he spent the entire half hour telling me about all the things that were fucked up in his life. And I think he said something along the lines of like, I'm always depressed, I'm always upset, I'm always stressed, I'm always high. And I was like, probably one of those is true. The high part. So typically what I do is I try to help people by getting them to switch their focus. The first question I asked was, do you want to change? And he said, fuck yeah, of course I do. The first task I want you to do is tell me 3 things you're grateful for. And he goes, I'm not grateful for anything. There's nothing I'm grateful for. Everything in my life sucks. Everything, always, never, they're all similar words, right? They mean different things, but the meaning behind them is quite encompassing, right? All encompassing. And he was convinced he had nothing to be grateful for and that that everything sucked. I said, awesome, I completely understand, man. Let me ask you a question. Do you like pizza? And he's like, what? Like, do you like pizza? He goes, yeah, I love pizza. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, can you be grateful for pizza? He's like, I guess. But I got nothing else to be grateful for. Everything else sucks. All right, cool. So I understand that, but what's your favorite place in the world? Where do you just love going? Like if you were like your happiest person, where would you love going? And he instantly went, oh, I love going up the river. I was like, is that a euphemism? Like, what does that mean? But I think he actually enjoyed like sailing up a river, right? So, okay, that's cool. And it was instantly that came up. And the third thing was, I didn't even need to ask. He goes, oh yeah, and my kids. I love my kids. Why am I telling you this? Well, the reality is, prior to that, like a good 30 seconds prior to that, he was convinced and he had a belief that everything sucked and that nothing in his life was worth being grateful for, simply by using the power of questions and just shocking him like we did with Todd. Literally just confused the shit out of someone. What ended up happening was his focus shifted. If you think of depression as over here, you're stuck in this state. All it takes, guys, is a split-second shift to get back to where you want to be. Just be careful with your words. That was the point of that entire rant. If you take anything away from today, it's the questions. Who do I want to become? What is the purpose of that? How do I do that? Who do I want to become? What is the purpose of that? How do I do that? Those are the 3 questions that can literally change any area of your life.